This is my cat, Frau. We're gonna be hanging out with her today. She doesn't love getting picked up, so that's why she's being a little pouty, but look at her pretty eyes. Oh yes, I love when I can pick her up. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be celebrating some of this beautiful snowfall that I have right outside of my window. It's almost a full foot, which is insane for my area because typically we only see like 2 to 3 inches. So it's truly a snow day, and if you live in a major city, you know what a snowfall does for a city. It just makes it feel really clean and peaceful and quiet and quaint. And there's something really interesting seeing a city you're so familiar with just very differently, you know? So today we're gonna fully celebrate it the only way that I know how, and that is via some self-care. So today Floof and I are gonna be doing some nails and maybe some face masks and doing all of the things that are relaxing and peaceful. And we're gonna start with a cup of tea. One of my favorite snowy time teas is a London Fog, and you can tell because I've used up almost all of my Earl Grey, but essentially a London Fog is an Earl Grey tea that has added lavender and vanilla to it, as well as some frothed milk. So I'm gonna make mine by scratch today, and we're using a Harney & Son tea. This one's actually called Victorian London Fog, so it's not a true Earl Grey in that it already has lavender and vanilla added to it, but it isn't too pronounced, so we're gonna beef that up just a little bit. So we're gonna start off with my favorite glass for this type of tea, and that is a clear one so I can see all the froth in it. And I'm going to add a couple of sugar cubes. I'm just using some brown sugar cubes. So the reason that I add the sugar cubes now is just because I think it's a little bit of a smoother drink when the sugar dissolves with the tea. I really love this cup in particular because the strainer is so deep that you can really get a strong cup of tea as well. So I'm gonna make this a pretty strong tea just because we're doing it 2/3 of tea and 1/3 of milk. So honestly, I think we could just, yeah, we're just gonna use the rest of it. Now we're gonna add some hot water. And then we're just gonna add our lid for steeping. And I'm gonna put it on top of a little coaster. We're just gonna put this aside. Okay, so now that our tea is over here steeping, we're going to froth some milk, and I'm gonna be using a milk substitute. It is an oat milk called Oatly. This milk is amazing and it froths so well and it tastes so good. All right. So I'm using my Nespresso frother for this. I really love it because it can heat milk up or like keep it at a colder temperature while it frosts, but you can also use one of those like little hand whiskey things as well. Those are really cheap and they work well if you want something like this. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna add a little bit of vanilla as well. I really like this one. Okay. All right, now you're gonna have to pardon the lid because while I was cooking, I accidentally burned the lid. So there's some burn marks on there. Ignore it. Okay, so now that our tea is nice and steeped, ooh, we're just gonna put it to the side here. Now I'm just gonna take a chopstick, because that's what's clean at the moment, and just make sure that my sugar is nice and dissolved at the bottom there. And this is the tea level that I like. So about 2/3 the way of tea and 1/3 the way of froth milk. Okay, and we're just going to add it. Now that we're all finished the tea, I'm gonna top it off with a little bit of dried lavender. How cute. So that's all you have to do to make this really lovely, soothing cup of tea. I do recommend do not add lavender to the top like I did. I have lavender for a lavender recipe that my grandmother gave me, and I should not have added the top. It is way too lavendery. However, it is still beautiful, and that is half the battle. And I recommend if you do want to put a little topping, maybe put a little bit of sugar on top. That would be really nice to have a little bit of crunch. But Now that we have our tea, we have to do our nails. Floof does not want her nails done today. Can guarantee that. She is not interested in her nails getting done, huh? If you guys are anything like me, you've had to wash your hands like a million times a day in order to stay nice and clean and sanitary for this time in the world, but it's really doing damage on my hands and on my nails. So I actually have a really big pet peeve of hangnails. Like I hate the feeling of hangnails. I've always hated the feeling, like even since I was like a little kid. I've like where's the nail clippers? I need to remove this awful thing. I just don't like that, like in the corner, it can move and then all of a sudden it's really painful. It's awful. So recently I learned that the hangnail is not actually a like broken piece of your nail. It's actually just a dried cuticle. So we're going to take a little bit better care of our nails so we can prevent hangnails. We're also gonna make them nice and shining by doing a technique called buffing. Now, buffing actually has a little bit of controversy in the nail world, and that's because it's essentially exfoliating your nail. And just like your skin, if you exfoliate your skin too hard or too often, you're gonna damage your skin, and that's the exact same for your nails. So just be conscious of that. I do this once a month. I'm not doing it any more than that, just because I really don't wanna like file down my whole like nail bed. But I'm using a kit that I really like. It is the Onsen kit. It is from Amazon. It has the buffing block and the emery board, as well as some cuticle oil and some actually replacement pads for the nail buffer, which is awesome. So I really do love this kit and I do recommend it to you. We're gonna use this today and I'm gonna show you exactly how I make my nails nice and pretty without the help of a nail salon. Okay, so these are my nails right now and my hands in general. My nails are actually pretty long and I think it's because I did this treatment like a month ago. You can tell my cuticles are pretty dry, but there still is some shine in my nail from over a month ago, which is kind of crazy. And yeah, I think my nails look pretty healthy, all things considered, but I will say my hands are pretty dry because winter and because I'm washing them a million times a day. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna decide our shape. So I do like a little bit more of a rounded shape, and I'm gonna be using this little kit that I got. It has like everything you need. It looks like an insane kit, and I won't use all of these things, but it's really nice to have them all on hand. So we're just going to see if we need to cut anything down real quick. I think the only nail that's bothering me in length is this one, so I'm gonna just cut that one down just a little bit. It also, I don't know, do your nails like look like this where I feel like it's really round here? Like this is a normal nail and then this one's really round. Like what? What's going on? So the little Onsen kit comes with an emery board, which we're gonna use to create the shape. And what I learned is that our nails are made of little fibers. So it's kind of built like this. So you really wanna only go like one way. You don't wanna go back and forth because it'll fray your nails. And I've seen that happen to my own nails, so I know it's true. But we're just going to shape up the nails just a little bit. This is really hard to do on camera, just so you all know. Okay, so now that they have a fine shape, they're not perfect, but you know, I'm not a nail tech. And we're going to buff them shine. So this has all the instructions like on the buffer for you. I'm not even going to use the gray one because I just don't think I need it. So I'm just gonna use the Stimulate Growth and the Shine, which is the green and the white. So we're gonna just take our nail, which is already a little bit shiny, and we're just gonna buff it. We're not going too hard. We're not going crazy here. And then we're going to take the white side and we're going to shine it. Also the squeaking sound, wow. And there you go. So that's what a nail looks like, nice and buffed. So you can see the before and after. And that's without even using the gray, which I don't think I need to use. All right, so we're nice and shiny now. I think they look nice and pretty. So we are going to wash them now. And I really like using wooden over plastic for anything, but I really like this brush in particular because it has these bristles that are facing inward. So it's really easy to like get underneath your nails and clean. But we're gonna just wash our hands so we can get ready to oil up our cuticles. So now that our hands are nice and clean, we are going to use a hand lotion to just moisturize the entirety of my hand. I'm using this really lovely one that is cucumber and honey. I've had it forever also. Okay, so that helps a little bit with the drier cuticles, but we're gonna take it a step further by using a cuticle cream or a cuticle oil. So in our little kit, it actually does come with a cuticle cream, and I'll show it to you. This is the one that comes in the kit, and it comes with a really nice applicator. We're gonna use this one today, but I will say that I try to hydrate my cuticles pretty regularly with this one here. I love the smell of this. I think it's honey as well, but it doesn't really smell like honey. It just smells like a nail salon, which is what we're trying to emulate here, so it's perfect. But this I think is like $6 or $7, and it is a huge bottle, so it'll last you forever, but I really recommend using this one if you do not end up with the kit. All right, so now that our cuticles are a little bit softened, we're gonna push them back with a tool. So this has a curved edge here, so it fits really well to push back your cuticle. Now, pushing back your cuticle is going to prevent hangnails. If you ever get like acrylics or fake nails, you'll notice you don't get hangnails as often, and that is because it pushes back your cuticles. So if you do this regularly, you shouldn't get hangnails, or at least reduce it. I think they look pretty nice. I'm not a professional by any means, but I do like keeping myself like neat and tidy, and not being able to get to the nail salon, it's just a pain in the butt. So being able to do something at home and prevent hangnails in the process is exactly what I need. Also, if you garden at all, or if you like to do creative things at all, you're gonna chip those nails anyway. So yeah, this is a really nice alternative. Now that we have our nails done, we are relaxed with our tea, we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of an at-home facial. So now I'm going to do a little bit of a facial, and the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on this like headband, and it is a soft headband that's really thick. It's very like spa-like. You can find them on Amazon for super cheap, and they're great because they're so thick that they really cover up your hair, which is awesome if you don't wanna get your hair wet because you don't wash your hair every day. My hair's gotten so long through all of this. I mean, it's awesome, but it's also like a little bit like long, you know, where it's like getting a little difficult. All right, so we're gonna just pull this back and boop, boop, boop. Great, good. All right, so see? I don't know if it's working. Okay, cool. Cool. Awesome, this is great just to like encourage you to wash your face if you're worried about getting your hair wet. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're just going to exfoliate, and this one is pretty weird just because it doesn't have any physical properties, but it does exfoliate your skin somehow. I can't believe I'm gonna do this on camera because it's kind of gross. Because it like pills, I don't know if it's a product pilling or if it's like your actual makeup that's pilling, but all right, just to show you. Do you see? Do you see all that? Well, all right, that's crazy. So this is just exfoliating really gently, and I'm going to just exfoliate everywhere. Should I be using an oil cleanser to get all my makeup off? Yep, but I'm just not ready to do that today, so we'll do that another day. All right. All right, now that I've got my skin mostly exfoliated, I'm just keeping on my eyes and eyebrows just for my sanity today, okay? Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna go wash my face off to wash all these pills. I really do love this exfoliant. It's called The Cure. And I think I found this a couple years ago. I've been using it for years and years and years. It's so gentle and makes your skin so soft, and I do highly recommend this as an exfoliant because it is so gentle. So I'm gonna wash this off and prepare my face for a mask. Okay, so my skin is pretty much without any makeup. Obviously, I still have eye makeup on and lip makeup because I still need to make a thumbnail and I don't have time. to take it all off. If I were gonna take it all off, I do recommend using an oil cleanser or a makeup dissolving balm. I really like this one by Pharmacy. It's called Green Clean, and you just take it directly to your face, wipe it all around, it'll take up all your makeup, and then you can just rinse it off. So now I'm just going to take the rest of the makeup off of my skin. You can see like redness and things like that. Fun. So I'm gonna take the rest of my makeup off with this Caudalie Beauty Elixir. I don't know how much this does for your skin. It has essential oils in it. It smells really nice. It smells like a spa. Like if you wanna feel relaxed, this is how to do it. But I'm just going to take the rest off with this pad. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Cool. All right. Now that we have a nice clean face, well, mostly clean, we are going to do a mask. I really like this one by Tatcha. It is a vitamin C mask. Now you can use whatever mask you're feeling your skin needs at the moment. Is your skin feeling dry? Use a really hydrating mask. Is your skin feeling breakouty? Maybe use a combination of like a moisturizing mask for the drier parts and then a clay mask or something like that for the parts that are breaking out. I do have combination skin, so sometimes I will use more than one mask because some parts of my face need some things and the other parts don't. They're different. That's why I have combination skin. So we're going to use this beautiful, fancy little thing to take out this awesome purple color and just apply this to our skin. Boop, boop. If I look over, I'm just making sure that I make it like kind of even, you know? Boop, 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 boop. Wow, that feels great. I love the feeling of skincare, just in general. Boop, 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 boop. And I'm just gonna use the rest. Boop. Why do I need the sound effects? I don't know. Does it need sound effects? Wow, I'm really like in it today, huh? Yeah, cool. Wow, covered. I'm purple now. Yeah, so I'm using vitamin C today because my skin is looking a little dull and I need to revive it. And hopefully this will add some brightening qualities for me. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a really nourishing lip balm, and I love this one by Milk. It is their melatonin balm, I think it's what it's called. Melatonin Overnight Lip Mask. It's awesome, it smells delicious, it feels delicious. It's just a great lip mask. I do still love Laneige. I just wanted to try it because I wanted to try a new beauty product. And I have to say, these are definitely my two favorites. I love both of those products and I will continue to use both of those products. So we're just going to apply it. Look at the texture of it. Ooh, it's super thick. Yeah. It's like instantly soothing. Now, melatonin is not gonna like seep into your lips and make you feel sleepy. I do take melatonin for sleep, but this is not gonna help you to sleep at all. But it is going to help you with soft lips. Who doesn't want that? So now that it's been about 25 minutes, we're gonna rinse off our mask and add the rest of our skincare. Ta-da! The magic of editing. My mask is off and my skin looks pretty good. There is still some like redness around my nose, but there's always redness around my nose. And when I break out, it's usually like around my chin here. So that's very annoying, very annoying. But we are going to prevent it with some skincare. So the first thing I'm gonna do after I rinse my face is do a little spritz of this. This stuff feels so good. Like it smells so good and feels so good in like almost like a menthol-y way, but there's no menthol in it. Like it cools your skin a little bit, and menthol is not good for your skin, so don't get anything with menthol in it, but it just feels so good. So I'm just spraying down with the Caudalie, and then I'm going to add a niacinamide. Now a niacinamide is something that I really benefit from because it helps breakouts as well as it helps redness a great deal for me. I love them, and they come in all different sizes in terms of they come in like lotions and oils and serums. I know The Ordinary carries a niacinamide, and I actually got this one for my sister. It needs to get to her, but this one is a pretty decent price point as well, and this has niacinamide in it, and it has really good reviews. It's called Prima. The one that I use is a little bougie, but I try to use only a little bit. This stuff is so expensive. I try not to use too much of it, but it really helps my skin with the redness. It's the Peter Thomas Roth niacinamide discoloration treatment. Yeah, it's dummy expensive, but it works so well, and a tube can last me so long if I portion it out really itty bitty. And you know what else? Like, what else am I spending money on? So I'm gonna use a little bit, tiny bit, and I'm just going to put this all over my face. And this really helps my skin with that redness I was talking about. And it also prevents me from breakouts, which is wonderful, because I don't know about you, but I've been breaking out, not just around here because of hormonal reasons, but also because of the mask, so yeah. Okay, so this is not moisturizing on its own, so we're actually going to add a moisturizer, and the moisturizer I'm using is my favorite basic moisturizer, something that's really easy to use all the time. CeraVe is awesome if you're looking for a drugstore alternative, but right now I'm gonna be using the Mario Badescu Honey Moisturizer. As you can tell, I love honey and all things honey, so we're just going to use a little dollop of this and use this all over my skin. Just to, ooh, it has like such a nice, fresh, smooth scent. Like it smells, I don't know, it smells like spa, you know? And that's what we're going for today. Cool. Wow, I feel hydrated. And now we're going to add more lip balm, because my lips are so dry right now. I don't know about you, but so dry. Yep, that feels great. Love that. Now that I am fresh and clean, I feel very like hydrated and pampered, which is what we're after. So now I'm gonna cuddle my cat and we're gonna play video games and watch a movie. Thank you guys so much for sharing the snow day with me. I really hope you liked all these self-care tips. If you do like videos like these, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much, bye!